Good morning, this is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series, The Week That Was College Football History and Review, the 1971 college football season. I'm going to go over Week 3, the games that were played on September 25th, 1971. Here we go. North Carolina defeated Maryland 35-14, dedicating their effort to guard Billy Arnold, who died during practice on Monday. Tar Heels looked in control until fumbles on 3 straight carries by tailback Ike Oglesby, who had 110 yards rushing, 24 carries, set up 2 Maryland touchdowns for 14-14 tie. So Oglesby's third bobble returned possession to Terps early in the third quarter. The star Carolina linebacker John Bunnings interception reversed momentum and set up a 55-yard drive for go-ahead 7-yard touchdown run by quarterback Paul Miller. Now neither Tar Heel was done. Miller completed 62-yard scoring strike to wingback Louis Jolly. And Bunting returned interception 35 yards for another touchdown. So quarterback Al Neville threw for 172 yards and 24-yard touchdown to wide receiver Dan Bungori to lead the Terps. Next, Army defeated University of Georgia Tech 16-13. Army Cadets won their first game in the last 12 outings as kicker Jim Barclay nailed a 40-yard field goal in the last 4-14 at Atlanta. Now he just wanted to come out and kick, so we let him, said Coach Tom Cahill. Army quarterback Dick Adder hit 6-13 passes in the first half as his throws, including 44-yard gain to wide receiver Ed Francis, set up 2 field goals in the first quarter. Soon Black Knights defensive back Matt Wotel blocked the punt to allow Army running back Ray Utaco to blast 4 yards off the left tackle for a touchdown. Now Georgia Tech got off the mat to tally on quarterback Eddie McAshin's 8-yard touchdown throw that was lobbed over defenders to tight end Mike Hovey in end zone in the second quarter. Now Jackets tied it 13-13 on pair of field goals by kicker Cam Bonifay. Before 2 ill-advised penalties by Tech defense helped position Army's Barclay for his late 3-point heroics. Florida State beat Kansas by a score of 30-7. Now, throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, Florida State quarterback Gary Huff proved to be too much for Kansas defense that majestically had posted shutouts in 2 previous games. Now, Huff's 3-touchdown arrow, 88 yards to wide receiver Barry Smith, came on play that Smith and offensive coordinator Steve Sloan had drawn up on sideline. He turned out to be game clincher and was school record at that time for pass play distance. Now, also, it was the longest play surrendered to date by any Jayhawks team. Now, Smith also caught a 19-yard touchdown. While kicker Frank Fonts kicked 3 field goals, Kansas was hampered by 5 interceptions thrown by quarterbacks Dan Heck and David James, while Heck threw solo 7-yard touchdown pass to tight end John Squirrel. Next, Auburn, the number 5 team in the country, defeated number 9 Tennessee in battle of 2 top 10 teams, 10-9. Watching first home loss since 1966, Tennessee fans had to be happy that Auburn quarterback Pat Sullivan was playing his last collegiate season. Trailing 9-3 late in the fourth quarter, Tigers began moving from their own 14-yard line, following crucial fumble by Volunteers. Alternating between wide receiver Terry Beasley, who returned from being knocked out on hit by defensive back Bobby Majors in the first half, and wingback Dick Smalls, Sullivan completed 5 straight passes to lead Auburn to winning 5-yard touchdown run by tailback Harry Unger with 2:24 left. Now, Volunteers had time for kicker George Hunt's attempt at his 4th field goal, but Tennessee was stopped instead as Auburn linebacker Mike Neal made 4th down ankle tackle of Bowles to tailback Bill Rudder for 8-yard loss. Volunteers linebacker Jackie Walker excelled in defeat, making 18 stops, blocking 2 field goals and forcing a fumble. Next, Colorado upset number 6 Ohio State 20-14 as the Buffaloes of Colorado, excuse me, beg your pardon me, stop here. Number 10 Colorado beat number 6 Ohio State by a score of 20-14. So this is about top 10 teams. Number 6 Ohio State versus number 10 Colorado. Number 10 Colorado defeated number 6 Ohio State 20-14. Now Buffaloes laid claim to top 10 spot with big road win. Wide receiver Cliff Branch's 6th career kickoff return for a touchdown put Colorado up 13-0. As the Bison's quarterback Ken Johnson had a 39-yard touchdown scamper in fourth quarter. Tailback Charlie Davis rushed for 135 yards and stiff Buffalo's defense, led by guard Bud Magrams, 20 tackles, twice stopped Ohio State threats inside the 5-yard line. Now, quarterback Don Lamka, despite showed a separation in his non-throwing arm, rallied the Buckeyes to 2 late touchdowns. This win marked the 18th straight Big 8 win over the Big 10. Michigan State defeated Oregon State 31-14 as Coach Duffy Daugherty's turned to third-string quarterback Frank Coach to deliver his one coaching win. Coach got help from safety Brad Van Pelt. Coach led offense while Van Pelt had 2 masterful interception touchdown returns for Spartans. Now the Beavers had more first downs, 357 yards to 323 yards of offense to his advantage, but burned themselves with 3 interceptions. So fullback Dave Schilling led Oregon State with 133 yards rushing, while halfback Eric Allen paced Spartans with 119 yards rushing and 5 catches for 78 yards receiving. Michigan beat number 4 Michigan. Shut out UCLA 38-30, 38-0. Wolverines jumped to 17-0 lead with assists by Bruins, who coughed up 2 early turnovers. Now tailback Willie Taylor rushed for 91 yards to join Ron Johnson and Tom Harmon as third Michigan back to top 2,000 yards in career rushing. Wolverines defense was led by defensive tackle Dave Gallagher, whose first quarter interception led to the team's second touchdown. Linebacker Mike Taylor, who forced fumble that led to field goal. Now safety Tom Darden, who returned interception for 92 yards for a fourth quarter touchdown. Shutout was Wolverines' second of the third of 3 in a row. Now UCLA, off to its worst start since 1943, wartime squad dropped its first 7 games, featured 177 yards passing, and quarterback Mike Flores, 59 yards rushing. Next, number 2, Notre Dame beat Purdue 8-7. Notre Dame slipped out of Ross-Ade Stadium with fortunate win in the final minutes. It had 7-0 with less than 3 minutes left. Purdue was forced to punt from deep in its own end. Trying to field wet ball, the punter Scott Lougheed fumbled bad snap into end zone after he was hit by Irish cornerback Clarence Ellis, whose ball was recovered by defensive end Fred Swenson for touchdown. His quarterback Pat Steenberg salvaged Irish's long day. He had lost fumble on Purdue 8-yard line moments earlier with a successful 2-point conversion pass to tight end Mike Creaney. Now Purdue's lone touchdown was earned on a 25-yard pass play from quarterback Gary Danielson to halfback Otis Armstrong. Northwestern beat Syracuse 12-6. Purple run game raised in first half as long as fullback Randy Anderson was on stage. Anderson ran for 43 yards until injured, banging away on first series by Northwestern that led to field goal. After Syracuse bobbled ensuing kickoff, Wildcats kicker Bill Panicek kicked his second field goal. Anderson ran out of full house on a second quarter drive of 80 yards. He commenced with 1-yard plunge for 12-0 lead. Orangeman's pair of big backs, tailbacks Roger Pretorius, but at 82 yards rushing, a touchdown, 23 carries, and Marty Jankowicz powered to third quarter touchdown. Northwestern's opportunistic second half defense came up with big play on the 4th down in the 4th quarter. So when linebacker Jack Durney, defensive tackle George Kiporos made stop of Pretorius. And last but not least, Tulsa upset number 7 Arkansas by a score of 21-20. The Hogs were shocked by Tulsa's late rally. Down 20-0, quarterback Todd Starks fired three fourth-quarter touchdown passes to lead the Golden Hurricane comeback against a rather green Arkansas defense. Winning drive lasted 87 yards with final 21 yards coming on a screen pass to fullback Larry Fry. Tulsa faced 3rd and 24 to keep things alive, and Starks threw a 22-yard pass to tight end Jim Butler before Fry ran for 3 yards for one first down. Focus quarterback Joe Ferguson, doing his best without 3 injured backfield mates, had a rough time in the second half against strong wind and Tulsa's preventive 3-8 defensive alignment. Arkansas fullback Skipper DeBoer rushed for 2 touchdowns, and Ferguson threw a 9-yard touchdown to wide receiver Mark Hollingsworth for what looked like a safe margin. So that concludes a look at the games that were played on week 3, September 25th, 1971. Let's look at the AP poll as of September 27th. Number 1 was Nebraska, number 2 Michigan, number 3 was Texas, number 4 Notre Dame, 5 was Auburn, 6 was Colorado, 7 Alabama, 8 Oklahoma, 9 Penn State, 10 Stanford, number 11 Georgia, number 12 Tennessee, 13 Arizona State, 14 Ohio State, 15 Washington, 16 Louisiana State, 17 Southern California, 18 Arkansas, 19 Duke, and number 20 North Carolina. So that concludes look at the games that were played during week 3 of September 25th, 1971, the week that was college football history review, the 1971 college football season. For week 3, the games that were played during week 3, September 25th, 1971. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Do a video this magnitude tomorrow as we go into the month of October. Looking at October 2nd, the games that were played during week 4, 1971, October 2nd. Do a video this magnitude tomorrow. Until then, talk to you soon.